We are here for Tackle Warehouse First Look Live at ICAST 2023 in the Fenwick booth. Fenwick is a brand that has one of the most pedigreed stories in bass fishing history, and here to tell us a little bit about the refresh of the brand and some of the new rod lines within the new Fenwick refresh is Mr. Dave Brinkerhoff. Dave, thanks for joining us.
Pleasure.
Tell us all about new Fenwick and specifically the Eagle.
Certainly. So we really redesigned these from the ground up, so inside out ultimately. So these all have some new mandrels that we're using on there. So ultimately the actions are all very different for the most part, but there is some actions though that we understand that the public really loved, and we kept some of those and it worked our way outside of those. But ultimately, we refreshed the entire lineup, as you said, and it's really model for model too. So we did a full-on, every model is identical. So if you have a 7-foot medium heavy and Eagle, but you also wanted something a little bit higher end, you're going to find that exact same thing in World Class or Elite or HMG as well at a different price point. So very, very cool, and that's our family flex story throughout that. So very, very different on that as well.
Very cool. One of the things that stood out to me throughout the whole Fenwick lineup is the styling. This got a full style redo as well as attention to the action, really classic styling, and such a wide variety of lengths and actions within each family to really cater to the angler that wants a beautiful matching set of rods, right?
There is no doubt on that. And obviously, as you mentioned, just the cosmetics of these are very beautiful, and the reel seats are brand new as well, right? So that's one of the key things that we'll talk a little bit about. And the reel seat, the most beautiful thing about these things is the sensitivity. We really designed these specifically for the sensitivity, and it's what we found is that the most sensitivity that you get is out of your pinky finger and your ring finger. So you'll notice where you're actually gripping these rods, that's what you're actually going to feel, and that's where all your sensitivity is going to come from, is from this new reel seat design.
So these Fenwick Eagle rods, this is the entry level into the new Fenwick world. Is that right?
It is. $99.99 is the entry level here at Eagle, and we're super excited to bring these out in a full range. And I mean, you're talking crankbait, spinnerbait, drop shot. I mean, whatever you're looking for, we've got the technique for it in Eagle.
You can outfit yourself for an affordable price with some truly bass designed, technique-specific actions and gorgeous cosmetics. These are the brand new Fenwick Eagle line of casting and spinning rods available for pre-order now at tacklewarehouse.com. Up next, we have the brand new Fenwick Elite redesign. Tell us all about these beautiful new rods.
Certainly. So the Elite is actually where we're going to start seeing a new reel seat on these. So this is our higher end reel seat. This is the reel seat that you'll find on both the Elite and the World Class. But ultimately, again, your sensitivity story and where you actually grip this thing, there's really no way, however you grip a spinning rod, there's really no way that your two most sensitive fingers are not going to touch that blank on this, as well as how just the overall fit and feel. This thing fills up the entire palm of your hand when you're actually fishing this thing, and it's super comfortable. It may not look a little bit wacky, but once you actually put this thing in your hand, it is amazing for sensitivity and just overall feel and comfort.
I've never seen more blank exposed.
Right. This is a major part, and actually some of the hardest things to do on this entire lineup was to do these reel seats. We actually did a ton of work behind this, and actually even had some background work done with actually a manufacturer that makes tools actually for surgical tools. So we got a lot of understanding on what the right sizes are, what the right dimensions are, where your sensitivity comes from, and we did a huge amount of homework on these, and these things turned out really beautifully, and they function perfectly.
The rod is light as a feather, and it feels great in the hand. What about guide train and actions here?
Yeah, so guide trains, they're all titanium with zirconium inserts, and ultimately the actions, we get a little bit more detailed in how many technique-specific style rods that we get with this the higher end, and we'll continue on that path with the next level as well. But we actually have in total 77 models in total for the Elite, so it is our largest offering at this $249 price point.
And a gorgeous gunmetal. You probably have the specific color name. Maybe not on the top of your
actually.
head. It's a gorgeous gunmetal color, beautiful cosmetics, light as a feather, like I said, great actions to fill out your whole lineup, equip you for any bass fishing needs you're gonna have. That's the brand new Fenwick Elite casting and spinning rods, available for pre-order now at Tackle Warehouse. Up next in the Fenwick lineup is the redesign of the HMG, a dynasty of rod brands in our world, right? Tell us a little bit about these new HMGs.
Certainly. So HMG itself stands for high modulus graphite, right? So the construction on these is a 30-ton and we do incorporate a little bit of 24-ton in there as well. So we do run more 30-ton than 24-ton, which is why we introduce it that way, as well as when we'll see it in print, we show 30-ton, just like a label, right, on whatever you're getting on cookies. Whatever the first one on the label is what has the most ingredients in it. So this is 30-ton and 24-ton, but still it is a very similar design as what all the rest of them are going to be. So your actions are all going to be the same. It's just a little bit different material that we're using in these to gain a little bit of weight reduction versus the Eagle, and that's the step up in price at that additional $50 increment there.
Awesome. Again, beautiful cosmetics. Actions that match up and down the lineup from Elite to World Class. This is the new redesign of the Fenwick HMG, available for pre-order now at tacklewarehouse.com. At the pinnacle of Fenwick performance, we have the brand new World Class casting and spinning rods from Fenwick. Tell us all about that.
Yeah, so in the World Class, as you said, it is the pinnacle. I mean, we've got pretty much, this is the beef or the meat of really all of the bass models. So we've got more bass specific models in the World Class than any other ones, just due to the fact that once you are looking for those little intrinsic crazy crankbait action or something like that, you're going to want to go up into that higher end. So we made sure that we had the right actions in here, and we've got more bass actions in the World Class than we do on the rest of the models in total.
That's really amazing, because so often as you go up in quality, as you go up in price, a lot of people pare down their offerings. Right. So if you're really wanting the best of the best, a lot of times you're stuck with just kind of the staple actions. And as a person who likes a lot of weird lengths and actions, it's frustrating for me. So that's really catering to that highest end customer.
It is.
Yeah.
One other really cool thing about the World Class, and it's really throughout the all of the new Fenwicks, one thing that you'll notice here that you don't get in a lot of other places is we've got crankbait rods, we've got spinnerbait rods, we've got all of them in World Class. They're all going to look the same. You're not going to have a red rod, a green rod, a black rod, on your deck of your bass boat and just not looking all that great. But we do have the opportunity here to get every action that you're looking for in a World Class or an Elite or any of the other ones. So we do have that possibility now, which we haven't in the past, which is pretty cool as well.
Very cool. And this the World Class comes with that same handle that we were talking.
It does, and we've actually got a reel on this one, so I'll grip it left-handed here. But ultimately, what we were talking about, no matter whether you have it in the middle there, you've got two fingers on the blank. Even if you do it one, you still have one finger on that blank. So really, no matter how you grip this thing, you're going to have some direct blank contact, and super, super comfy.
Awesome. Anything you want to say about the blank construction? Guide train on this guy.
Yeah, so obviously this is our highest end blank construction. This is our 46 and 40 ton carbon material, full carbon blanks, and this is the best of what we got, and it definitely feels it.
The best of the best in the Fenwick lineup. A beautiful redesign across all levels there, from Eagle all the way up to World Class. Tons of great new models for the bass market. I think a lot of people that hold Fenwick close to their hearts are going to be really excited about these beautiful new redesigns. Dave, thank you so much for taking us through this entire line. Again, this is the Fenwick World Class. It's available for pre-order now at Tackle Warehouse. Dave, thanks.
Thank you.